Welcome to the Trinity Force Podcast. Yo, it's that Triforce cast beaming straight to your home. Grab a beer so we know Pone ain't drinking alone. Send an email, a quick tweet, just pick up the phone. Leave a message at the beep if you're a creep, watch your tone. Discuss the meta game, patch notes, whatever helps your stats most. Obi Pone Kenobi is your last hope to snatch gold. So grab your headphones and join in the fun. We'll try enforcing some jokes and some cringeworthy puns. Yo, we can make it together, people. Trinity Force Podcast. These boys are second to none. Now that's the end of the intro. It's time we begun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 820 of the Training Force Podcast. I'm your host, N.A. Eric, and tonight it is me and Papa Goose and John, and we're talking about just a plethora of different things because we're off weeks between patches. So through some of the pro playoffs that have been happening, because we're getting to see which teams are going to make it into Worlds, and some of us are playing a decent amount of ranked, meaning myself, and you guys are as well, I'm sure, some, and Arena, and we're just going to bullshit and talk about that, so it's going to be great. But, yeah, John, it's been a few weeks since we've seen you, man. I know you've been really busy with moving and everything like that, but how you been?
Been good. Just busy with starting with my, with residency and whatnot, and so, been here for like close to 2 months now, so kind of settled in. Everything's running, getting used to things. But it's been good. Not as much time to play League, but yeah, I guess we'll get more into that. But been playing a good bit of Arena.
Nice.
And ARAMs, but Arena's awesome.
Arena is awesome. How much longer are they running Arena for?
I'm not sure.
They announced when it's ending. I don't know when it ends. Let me look. Arena end. Up until August 28th, it will end. So basically the beginning of the Labor Day weekend or so. So we still got another, at the time of recording this, 2.5 weeks of Arena.
We getting a Gladiator?
I'm going to try my best. I think I can. I'm almost there. I'm at like 35 or 3,600 rating, I think.
You've been playing a good bit.
Yeah, I've played a decent amount. Yeah.
Eric has been ripping some Arena.
I have. I've also been ripping some solo queue the last couple days, but we'll get into that.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, we're glad you're settled in and you're finally in a place where you can start to come back to join us on the pod. We've missed you, and I played with some not so great Graveses that I haven't been able to complain to somebody about. So
that's sad.
Yeah.
I apologize for them. They just make them look bad.
Yeah, they do.
They just int on them. Just kidding. I int on them for sure.
Yeah. Goose, how you doing?
Good. Just been working as always.
Yep.
And exciting day. Fucking NFL football's back. So,
Oh, right. I
yeah,
was definitely aware of that.
Right now.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool to go. Are you doing a fantasy team or a fantasy league?
I think I'm in like 25 leagues already.
Oh my god. So how much money is on the line across the leagues?
We're just not. What's the first step to recovery? Admitting you have a problem. No, it's good. I have a problem with fantasy football, but it's fun and I enjoy it.
Cool. Are you in leagues with anyone that you actually know in person, or are they all just like online random ones?
No, I've got 4 leagues that are like friend leagues.
Okay.
And we get together, and we haven't done those drafts yet because those are like my more for real leagues where there is like legit money on the line. So we actually all get together and we have like a pizza night or whatever and do the draft.
Nice.
All together and stuff. So those are coming up probably in the next 2-3 weeks. So
exciting.
Doing the draft together is the best. I feel like
Oh,
it's
it's
just
most of them.
definitely if you can do it, it's 100% the move. It's way more
I got
fun.
my paper printed out of players that
Yep.
I want.
Oh yeah, I got
No,
my
I'm
pen
I
and my shit printed out, ready to
I
go.
got my iPad over here, my laptop over here that I'm working on. Yeah, it's a for real deal. Then don't even catch me on Sundays. You won't see me.
I've
It'll
done some.
be
I've never done NFL draft. I don't do fantasy football, but I do fantasy baseball, and I've done some of those drafts in person, and those are a lot of fun too. Yeah, just like the fantasy leagues, drafting it in person is so much better than online. Because otherwise, then it's just some other. It's almost honestly a chore at that point.
honestly, all the leagues that I'm in right now is more or less just like me practicing
Sure.
for when the real draft comes around. So
Yeah.
yeah, excited for that. Haven't played any solo queue on the main account, but I have played some on the Smurf. I just haven't felt that I'm at my level I want to be at trying to play solo queue. So
Sure.
just practicing around on some picks, like John was saying. We'll talk about that. But
Cool. Yeah, I've been just chilling, and I've played quite a few games in the last couple days. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games over the last couple days. I haven't had much work to do in the afternoon because I can't do all that much. My computer is not the computer that I was given by the state is not powerful enough to run a lot of the things. So like I'll just play on my lunch break or whatever, and then just basically wait, and I'll be technically online and work until like 7, 8 at night or so if I'm just like sitting there. But because I've ran some queries that like takes like 3 hours, and then I have to cancel it and change it to like something more efficient because it's just not coming back. It takes a lot when you're querying on like 100 million rows. It takes a long time to get any results. So yeah, but I think yeah, all of those have been top lane. I haven't played a single jungle. I mean, I've played jungle so far this season, but
got absolutely carried in your last game. I wish I had those teammates.
in my last game,
This man went 1-3-1 in a 20-minute game as one.
yep, I did 3,500 damage too. I did
The
I did
epitome of a
less
useless
than
ass
the
top
enemy
laner, bro.
than I did less than either support who were Alistair and Rakan. They did more damage than me in the game.
Who are you playing?
I was playing Scion, and I was
Scion.
into Teemo top. So I was just like, I got his whole
Sounds
turret.
fun.
I got the whole turret, but I still was just like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and not die.
Oh my god, dude, your mid laner popped off.
Oh yeah, they were. It's a
That's-
Smurf. It's a Smurf.
Yeah, I already
That
looked.
them and the Maokai was a Smurf. As soon as we got in, Maokai posted a Twitch stream link, and I was like, okay, this guy's a Smurf. So after the game, I did report both of them for cheating. But
That always goes.
um,
That always goes. You either get absolutely carried or you're about to be on Synapse for some real dumb shit.
yeah. But I had oh my god, it's been so annoying. When I've played top lane so far, like okay, some of these people have been yesterday it was fine. It was like melee and stuff. But today I played against Teemo, I played against a Nidalee top, I played against Gnar, and I played against Kale. I played against 4 different ranged tops. I was like, what the fuck? I typed in all chat. I was like, does everyone hate melee champs now? Like, what's going on? It was so annoying.
Boring.
It was so boring. Yeah, I mean, I played Malphite into Gnar, but I went AP Malphite, so I was able to like kill him and stuff, but it still didn't matter all that much. We had a Yasuo who was quite obviously chat restricted, so he was just spam pinging, and then at the end of the game,
Imagine that.
yeah, and then he was doing that. Yep.
I couldn't imagine why.
Yeah, I did have some sick plays yesterday though on an AP Malphite game. It was pretty sweet. I'll show you.
Real sick.
Yeah, I'll show you the
I'm
clip
pressed
later.
R.
No, well, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I mean, I did that a few times, but like, there was a fight going on. Like, I'd already R'd and I'd Zhonya's and stuff, and then I was like 30% health. So I walk around into like out of fog, and then they group up somehow. I flash the wall and like E and kill 3 of them almost instantly. It was sweet. I've been enjoying AP Malphite.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
He's still a tanky boy.
He is still a tanky boy. I mean, like when
Oh,
you
I
have your
thought
W up
He's
and
still-
Zhonya's, it still have like 150 armor while I have my shield, like 160 or something. It's kind of nuts.
But I mean, this is like kind of random, but it's really nice that I feel like Karthus is okay, and sometimes you just want to play that game where you're just perma farming and just pushing R and getting double kills. That character's pretty fun to
Just print
play. I
money
feel
with
like,
first strike.
huh?
Just printing money with first strike.
Oh yeah, like I don't know if you could do his clear properly, that shit is insane in my opinion.
And they buffed the clear a couple patches ago.
Yeah, yeah. No, it feels insane.
Yep.
He,
See my.
Karthus was actually.
Oh, go
Go ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No, fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, Karthus was like probably I think he was like the third or fourth jungler I learned for whatever reason. I just something about him just appealed to me.
You picked a
And it's
particularly
just
hard champion to introduce yourself to the jungle with, almost.
yeah. I don't know. I mean it spoke to me.
I played Rammus to get into the jungle.
Because I feel like back in the day when I first started playing jungle, I was more like way more. I mean, this is important, but I was way more concerned with like max efficiency, like farming, because a lot of the characters that I was playing were farming junglers.
Sure.
But I don't know. That shit is insane. Being able to first strike on Karthus is really fun.
My version of that fantasy is not. It is farming really well, but it's playing Scion and never interacting with people and just winning the game through pure pushing down
just hitting
turrets.
towers.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
fucking-
Like this last game, I got I got 2 turrets and then was bot lane and stuff, and I didn't have to do much at all. And I kept Viego up there a lot too because he kept trying to gank for the AP on hit Teemo.
The classic fucking
It's
just
playing
Scion.
PvE and a PvP game.
Yep. Hey, got promoted to Plat 1. The game before, I kind of did the same
Yeah,
thing, and I was, Nidalee was hitting me with Grasp. I'm just clearing the wave and walking under turret. Don't even care. 38 LP. Let's go.
It's playing Farming Simulator 2023 League Edition.
Yep.
Just hilarious thing to me is just like the absolute classic is Scion's just split pushing. Your team sends like 3 people to him. He just ults away.
Yeah.
He just ults away. And then that's it. And then that's fucking it.
And then
Unless
the other
someone
thing is-
blows their flash to get in front of him or uses, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just 9 times out of 10 that motherfucker sees it coming. Just ults away. Just ults away.
Yep. There was one
So
last game
frustrating.
when I did that. I was up past their tier 2 turret, and then a couple people come, and then I just ult through their base and curve down into bot lane and flash my mastery as I'm flying by.
He's such a fun. His ult is a very fun ability to use.
It is. Yeah.
fucking Tokyo Drift.
So
I
much
love
fun.
that you play Scion, Eric.
It's so much
That's
fun.
just.
It
It's
fits
just
Scion. Or it fits Eric.
Yeah.
That Nunu.
I haven't played Nunu in a while, but I did play
Dude, I had
against
my
him
Nunu
Nunu
phase.
earlier, and he was crap. But yeah, I haven't played Nunu in a while. I think he needs some refresher or something. He just kind of feels lackluster in general, even if he has a decent win rate. I don't know. There's something that feels off about him to me. The last year or so.
I feel like there are just way better tanks to play too.
Yeah, and way more reliable. Like if you don't have a scuttle crab early, for Nunu, it's kind of rough to be able to gank be able to gank super well.
You gotta do that lane gank.
Yeah,
I love lane ganking mid with him.
I like lane ganking bot with
Or
him
bot,
mostly.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun to go red into gank with Nunu. You take just QW and you just fly into a lane when they're still at 1 CS. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that's so frustrating. He just instantly goes
to the
spawn.
planet.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. So that's been my solo queue experience so far in the last couple days. But yeah. I guess while we're talking about solo queue, let's just go through it more. In my games, I know that we were talking a little bit a couple weeks ago about how there's been a lot of poor mental that we've been seeing. I haven't seen it as much when I played the last couple days. It could be that I got the luck of the draw. There are millions of people on this server, but for the most part, there hasn't been that bad. I mean, there's been a couple people who were kind of toxic, but For the most part, it seems like it's been pretty fine for me. And I don't see any flaming in Arena as well. I have seen some in ARAMs, but I don't know why people flame in ARAMs. But it's been mostly pretty chill, and people have been trying and not picking troll shit, except there was one guy who wanted to play mid lane Aphelios, and then someone else dodged, and then going into next pick phase, once it went back in, I banned Aphelios. Don't even want to deal with it. He posted his op.gg in the chat, and then we
Oh
looked it
my
up, and
God.
he was a silver one-trick Aphelios but his account was like level 200, so it was not like a Smurf. I was like, "You're a silver Aphelios one-trick. What are you doing?" We offered him bot lane, and he's like, "No, I play mid Aphelios."
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yep. Played with quite a
I
few.
mean,
Played with and against quite a few Yasuos as well lately. That might have been something to do with I've picked Malphite, but even so, like there's been, I think I've seen 4 in my games in the last couple days, which is a lot. I don't know how popular he is.
I like playing Silas jungle. I have a Yasuo.
I haven't seen a Sylas jungle in so long. Is it still viable? Does it work?
I mean,
Oh yeah, Silas Jungle's fun as fuck.
yeah, I think it's still okay. I mean, I think it's about the same.
Okay.
The
Really
snowball
gonna
on
fight.
him, yeah. You gotta. He's like, I mean, I feel like he's big time skirmish, like big ganks. Cause his clear is absolute ass.
Trash. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not really
it's
fun.
garbage tier. Like doing Gromp, like you just can't do Gromp. You cannot like doing level 2 Gromp as Silas takes a fucking century, man. It's
Yeah,
actually just
it's the AoE
not.
camps. Yeah. It's buff into Wolves Raptors buff is probably got to be the clear.
I feel like you just like have to early gank too. Like you're pretty dependent on getting a little bit of early game. I don't know, but the thing is he like once you get a few items, he does like absolutely hit
Yeah.
the Night Harvester. If you just, I mean, if you usually go Dark Seal, but
Yeah, and
And the Night Harvester Shadow Flame.
yeah,
Max.
it hits so hard. I mean,
It-
you start one-shotting people,
it absolutely does.
and if you pick them into a game too, where it's like you've got some good ults to work with, I mean, it's just it feels so OP. Like
The
ganking, like if they have a Malphite, I just take Malphite ult, let's gank bot. Yay, sounds fun.
one game today that I lost, we had a Silas mid, and there was a Swain ultimate and a Kale ultimate, and we still lost.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alistar ult, I feel like is absolutely insane on him.
It's the best one.
Malphite,
I picked
obviously.
Silas support when they pick Alistair.
Okay.
Silas support almost has enough to have a like statistically significant pick rate.
I played a lot. It's pretty fun. I played
It's
it in community games quite a few times.
nice. I haven't seen it at all, but maybe I missed it yesterday or 2 days ago.
I didn't play it the other day.
Okay.
Or I haven't played it recently, I should say.
The only time I've ever seen a Silas support is in one. I think it was a flex game, and I don't know who I was paired with in bot lane. I might have been the ADC or support. I have no idea, but it was Silas and like I don't know, a Samira or something, and they were really strong until like level 4, and then somehow they didn't end up like snowballing their kill lead or so. I don't remember what the matchups were. So I guess all this information is kind of moot. But I've only seen it once ever. Just like I've only seen Belveth support once ever, but apparently it's actually somewhat viable of a thing.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen it. I mean it's the PTA support Belveth extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Have you played Scion Jungle at all?
A couple times. I think it's significantly worse than top almost always, but it is. Oh, apparently Scion's on the very weak side in solo queue right now. He's got a 48.7% win rate. 50 out of 57
Good.
top
Goes down
laners.
40.
He feels a lot better than that, but all right. Yeah.
That's how I felt about Nami. Apparently she was trash.
I don't know, like
Nami was like 46.
yeah, I remember you talking about it. Yeah, it was a lot different. Although her win rate now is up to 50 and stabilized right there.
Oh, she is. We played ARAM last night, me and John and some of his boys, and I pressed R with a Nami ult, and we were all at like 580 movement speed,
Yeah, that
just
was
fucking sprinting across the
Jesus
map.
Christ.
yeah,
That's
that was absurd.
that is nuts. No, I haven't played that much Scion Jungle though. Like I've tried it a couple times and it feels doable, but there's just champions that do it a lot easier and you don't get as much W stacking health as you would think. Like it's safer to stack your W passive like the max health, but it's not actually that much better. It doesn't feel like. Because Scion can put on a shitload of pressure in lane too, even if like before you have items and stuff, regardless if you're going like
Yeah.
health and lethality. So picking him in the jungle is almost just like it's conceding jungle in a weird way because he does not have good skirmishes in the open lands of the jungle. I don't think. That being said, when you press R, no one knows where you're going or coming from. As opposed to if it's a
Yeah.
Scion top, you kind of know what's happening, but you're not super sure.
Yeah, you gotta be
It's
more
kind of like a
aware.
Nocturne ultimate.
Exactly.
Everybody does the caveman SpongeBob. Oh, where is he?
I've been watching some SpongeBob recently. God, man, some of those episodes are fucking hilarious. I've forgotten about some of them. I saw the one with the magic conch last night for the first time. That one was amazing.
That's the same episode.
Is it?
Caveman SpongeBob.
Caveman SpongeBob. Are you talking about Doodle Bob?
Oh, I guess no. I guess the magic conch is conch or however you say it is when they get stuck in the woods.
Yeah,
There's
that's when
one
they
where
get
there's
stuck in
like
the woods. Yeah.
it's like prehistoric SpongeBob.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, that wasn't that one, no. But I'm sure I think those are the ones where they have Patchy the pirate at the beginning of the episode. Some of those.
Caveman
Yeah, I think so.
SpongeBob. What a fucking character.
Yeah.
Where he has his arms spread out like this. He's like, whoa.
yeah.
We were watching last night too, and some of those we were okay. There was the episode where they think they killed the health inspector, and this is a kids show, and they're dragging a corpse into a cemetery to bury it, and then they bury it. The whole thing and are lying to the cops. I'm like, this would not happen in today's cartoons and stuff. Like, you have Paw Patrol going on right now, or like, Christ, it's just
And Bluey.
yeah, exactly. There's no way you're gonna see a corpse getting dragged through in like a show meant for little kids. I mean, it's hilarious. But fuck, cartoons have changed so much. Anyways, enough with my SpongeBob diatribe. I guess then let's talk through Arena then while we're already on it. Then we'll go back to playoffs and stuff. John, you said you've been playing a lot. What have you been enjoying, or what'd you find? Like, just tell us about your experiences with Arena.
So, I mean, just tried a bunch of different stuff. I was talking to Goose about this before, but a friend of mine, we've been running Fiora Annie, and that feels insanely strong.
Fiora does have the highest win rate right now, so
yeah, I feel like typically the way it goes is you might lose the first 1 or 2 rounds, and then you just once both of you have your ultimates, you're just hard winning almost every time. I mean, it feels really good, that combo, especially if you get some decent augments. But I think there was a point where we won like 6 in a row with that combo.
damn.
And it was a few of them like we won every single round. But that I don't know. There's some really fun combos.
I played
Definitely some OP stuff in
I
that
played
move.
Wukong Samira the other day, and that was
seems good.
it was gross.
Yeah.
I went full lethality as well. It was gross.
Yeah, I mean it's a ton of fun. I mean, I want to try out some more stuff, but
What are some? Have you played anything that you thought would be good but ended up not working at all?
yeah, let me think about that. Uh, there was one time where, I mean, kind of similar. We were playing Vane Nasus, me and my one of my friends, and we had never used the like tether mechanic before, and
Oh
we just wanted to
no.
try it. Dude, that shit was so bad. It was abysmal. Like, I would just he couldn't do anything but eat them and wither them. Like, it was so bad.
Jesus.
And we got it like as our first augment, so yeah, we learned how that worked. And that's not good.
It didn't sound good. No, I've only actually played with it twice, and we were very careful to pick it. It was one time I was playing Neela and my friend Evan was playing Tarek and got it. And that one makes a lot of sense. Well, some sense. And then once I was playing with Zill and he was playing Zillion and I was playing Ivern and then I tethered to him. Um, that one worked as well. But I've seen some dumb ones where like someone obviously was trying it out like you're talking about, and it was like a Xin Zhao tied to like a Darius or something. Like they were just Xin Zhao just picked it. He's
That's
like, "This
hilarious.
sounds cool," and then it was like, "Oh, this fucking sucks."
That shit felt so bad. I mean, he literally could not play the game.
Yeah.
He's just tethered to me.
Yep. Anything else that you've tried that didn't work at all?
Let's see. I'm looking at the list right now.
You're looking on
I
op.gg
feel
with the
like,
win rates and stuff.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to spark my memory and see who I mean, I feel like Kale is good, but I played it once and it went pretty bad. But I don't remember what we had paired with it.
Kale's very good. I mean, she was good enough to warrant a nerf last patch.
I feel like Kog'Maw. I mean, I thought he used to be pretty good in Arena, right?
I don't
Like,
know.
I've tried him a few times and it's never gone extremely well, like consistently.
I've only seen him once, and I think he was just getting blown up was the issue.
Yeah. I mean, early it's terrible.
Yep. Yeah, some of the ones that I've tried, I mean, we've talked about this a couple weeks ago, but it was like I've tried Sejuani, which is statistically the second worst champion. That didn't, or maybe not, but like very bad. I tried Quinn, and that was okay, but it wasn't great. I've played with both Ziggs and Xerath, and they both looked terrible. Haven't seen Cassante at all in a while, but yeah, I mean, I played Sion quite a few times, and I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for. What else did I play that didn't work
He's
at all?
statistically one of the worst, right?
Yeah, he is.
Damn.
He's in a weak place in general in League, so I think that's why. But yeah, I've seen a few people try Rammus and it never worked. I've tried Kiana a couple times and she just needs buffs. Her damage is just too low to work, even though Arena should be her fucking playground.
Nidalee is so bad.
Nidalee is so bad.
Oh my gosh. New. Zillion is not good?
Apparently not, but people who know how to play Zillion are killing it. I mean, when I've played with Zill and we play like Malzahar Zillion or Shaco or something or whatever, it's been very good.
Yeah, statistically, Rengar is pretty bad too.
That one makes sense. I've played against a
Yeah.
Rengar, and he wasn't very good. I don't think it was him. It was just like depending on the map, you just stay away from the brushes, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Or maybe
There's
like
just so
I
much
played
better shit
Poppy
to
or
play.
something, and then he just can't play.
Yeah.
So yeah, but statistically the worst is Evelyn. I have not seen. No, I've seen an Evelyn. I have not tried it though. I saw a Yumi as well yesterday. It was a Yumi Kale. They got knocked out first.
Yeah, Vayne seemed pretty good. I've done Vayne a few times.
Vayne is very good. I've even played her once, and I don't like playing range champions all that much.
Annie seems great too. Like, Annie's so good.
Annie's amazing. Yeah, I played Camille yesterday as well, or 2 days ago, and that wasn't great.
Warwick's really annoying too in the arena.
Warwick's fucking crazy. I normally
Flame
I
just
ban that
probably
fucking
pretty good.
champ every single time.
yeah. After the first game of Arena, I remember that.
And I have yet to play against him since, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I played against it a few times recently. It's fucking rough.
Yeah,
Swain, it seems good.
Swain is so good. As
Yeah,
long as he can
Zyra is
stay
the
on
one
top
I
of
hate
people.
playing against. I think Zyra or Heimer are probably my least favorite to play against.
I don't mind playing against Heimer because you just kill him and then it doesn't. If you have dive, you just jump on him and it's not that big of a deal because he's probably not going to build Zanya's till second, and then you've already killed him. He's probably already lost a few rounds, so it's not that big of a deal. Uh, Zyra was AIDS to play against when I played against her. Oh my god.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like you can like if you just get hit by one plant auto, it does half your health.
Yeah. I still ban Singed every time because I don't want to see that. It's so annoying and so ridiculous, and it's very good. No, thank you.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah.
Overall, I like all the mechanics of an arena, like just having the blast cones, the fruit.
What do you guys think of the new champion ghosts that they place on the map? So the newer ones, the Gwen, the Shaco, the Jin, and maybe there was one more.
I feel like the Jin one is not. It's probably my least favorite.
The Jin one sucks because you can't dodge it. I figured it, in my opinion, it should be like it's about to shoot and then it stops so you could dodge it somehow. Or maybe it predicts or fires near you. I don't know. I don't like it.
I feel like the Fury one's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I don't mind that one anymore because it no longer nukes you. It used to absolutely nuke you. The Gwen
Yeah, does
one
it not?
seems
Okay.
no, they nerfed they nerfed it a couple patches ago. So I think 3 weeks ago. It was nerfed so that instead of or maybe like a week ago it was, but instead of doing like 20 to 60% of your max health, it does 10 to 20 scaling with like time and rounds you're on. So they
Yeah,
nerfed it into the
it
ground.
used to hit. That shit was really annoying.
It was way too strong. Way too strong. Yep. I did play Mordekaiser Kha'Zix, and that combination was not as good as I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was the game that I was in, but there was a lot of mobility around, so like Mord would be okay in there, but I would, as Kha'Zix, I'd maybe be able to get one of them. Yeah, I played a game as Blitz after he got those buffs. Blitz is so funny to play, and I think he's very good actually. You just got to go AP.
I think Amumu is good.
I haven't seen any Amumu, I don't think.
I feel like he's pretty good.
Where is he
Just
at on
does so
here?
much
Oh,
damage
yeah,
too. I saw someone
56.
go. There was a game where someone went full AP Amumu. He was doing a disgusting amount of damage.
Grenade Amumu.
Yeah, it was insane. Oh my god. Also, someone one game we played against someone who went full crit Garen. That
Ouch.
shit, like IE. That shit was actually like I'm not even kidding. I actually distinctly remember this. He E'd. We killed his teammate. I was playing as Vayne, but like literally killed me in less than a second. It was like 0.7 seconds. Being in his
Jesus.
killed me. And he went. I think he went IE. Like fucking Phantom Dancer, Collector. Like it was disgusting.
That's disgusting.
He went rapid fire cannon.
It's not troll to build Gale Force on Garen in normal games either, though.
No, it's pretty annoying. He's still so tanky as well. Like in on Summoner's Rift, going crit build.
Very
He's actually
tanky.
kind of tanky if he just has the levels.
Yep.
So it's kind of insane. The Gale Force though is like, I feel like situationally can be good.
Yeah, it's not the standard. You don't want to build it every time, but it can be good.
Very fun though.
Very, very fun. I think it's a lot better in mid lane.
I can see that.
If you play mid Garen.
Playing mid Garen into any melee champ is just like melee AD character is so frustrating
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, it is. Well, let's talk about playoffs because I have some thoughts on playoffs so far. So, John, have you watched any? I don't think you have, right?
I've like just kind of watched bits and pieces.
So,
Like
which
turn it on for 10 or 15 minutes at a time, like before I like while I'm at lunch or something like that.
sure, before you go into surgery or something, get
Yeah,
hyped for
exactly.
it.
Yeah, that's how I hype myself up, is watching some T1.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I didn't wake up early this morning for it, but I did watch the series and that was great. Goose, have you been watching? I'm sure you have.
I've watched everything.
Okay, gotcha. I've only watched LCK. Have you watched anything else other than LCK?
Watched LCK, LPL, NA, and I watched the EU whenever it finished as well.
Oh, damn. So, okay, you've watched everything. I've watched, yeah, bits and pieces of LCS and then LCK. What have you, I guess, since like LCK is top of mind for me and John brought it up first, then let's go through that one then. I am a little surprised. I think the whole world is kind of surprised about how well Team One has done. I guess also, sorry, if you should have probably already stopped now if you don't want spoilers for stuff that's happening. I'll put a time code in the description. But yeah, yeah. Have you watched the series from this morning then?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, what'd you think?
I mean, Faker's the GOAT, man. At the end of the day, it's just like he is the greatest League of Legends player in the history of League of Legends. At this point, there is no way to argue against it. T1 was in just complete, utter fucking shambles. And this dude comes in and they fucking mollywomp DK. And then they get absolutely shit stomped by KT, and then they just destroy him. Like, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't. No, in in the games that they won, it was not close. And in game 4, it was competitive, and game 1 was not competitive though. Like you're saying, like yeah, they got destroyed game 1.
Yeah, BDD kind of.
He took over
He
on
got
that
3 kills
Tristana.
there
Yeah.
on the Red Barrel. It was like, yeah, okay, this game's over.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. That game 2 Rumble though was nasty.
Oh, Zeus is. Dude, let me ask you a question. How the fuck does a Rumble with a Doran's ring half health or a neck that just got back to lane?
Because Rumble is whenever I'm playing top, and if someone picks Rumble, I'm like, this is a nightmare. This person knows what they're doing. Because no one plays Rumble unless they know what they're doing. God, it's so fucking annoying.
I love annoying people as Rumble.
Ugh.
He hit with 2 harpoons, hit him with the Q, and just fucking melted him. And
then you just W away, and they can't. They can't do.
This was
shit.
level 2 while Renekton was level 2, or this is like level 3, and he didn't even have W. It was just
Yeah.
Q and E. I mean, I know that it shreds a significant amount of your MR, but jeez.
And the thing was, is he was like auto spacing so well,
Yes.
where the Renekton couldn't even get close to him. Not auto spacing, flamethrower spacing, but it was just. And let's not even forget that Gumayushi decides that he's going to whip out the Draven and just show everybody that, oh yeah, I'm the best ADC in the world. Yeah, guys, sorry I've been gone for fucking 3 months.
Yeah. Yep, and even though Faker isn't like killing people and stuff, his teammates aren't getting the pressure because he has the global taunt, and then he also is just, I don't know, like he must like direct everything that's going on, and everyone else must feel way more comfortable with him just being there.
He tells everybody what to do. It's undeniable at this point. They were so bad. I don't know how much T1 you watched while he wasn't there.
I watched all the games, yeah.
But
They were terrible.
It wasn't even their decision making that was bad. It just their play. Like, they didn't even look like the same players were playing. It literally looked like they were on the stage and somebody was backstage with different mouse and keyboard playing the game for them.
Yes, it did. It was even when they had draft wins, which wasn't that common because there were coaching issues happening too. But even when they had draft wins, they were just terrible with them. The only like Zayas was popping off every once in a while, as was Guma, but never at the same time. I mean, it's not like Poby came in and straight inted, but he was just like irrelevant and didn't do
Oh, he's a
anything.
rookie. That's his first ever. Like he's 17 years old.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm not
yeah.
saying that like he was expected to fill
No, I
Faber's
know. It's
shoes.
like
Yeah,
he was thrown to the fire.
right.
It's like,
And
man,
he's
I feel
not.
bad for that dude.
Yeah, and he's not even the starting mid laner for challengers either. Like they didn't even bring in it's like Stardust or something. I don't remember who it was, but he's their third string mid, and they brought him in over the second string mid because I think challengers were in playoffs or something.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't expected for him to do insanely well, but he was serviceable. Like for a 17-year-old, like he'll probably be pretty decent.
Yeah, on the biggest organization in LoL esports. I think he did a pretty good job. So
Yeah, and when he
but
went back into when he was playing games back in the lower bracket, he was just
he
shit
was smurfing.
stomping. Yeah.
Yeah, he was smurfing. Well, when you play against BDD and Showmaker and Chovy for 3 months, it's like, you're probably going to get a bit of a power boost.
Yep. Yeah, and he wasn't even
It's like
like
he went into the hyperbolic time chamber.
yeah, and he was getting like out macroed and like greeting and stuff like that, but like he wasn't bad in the laning at all generally.
Mhm. No, he played for the circumstances. He did very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guma used to use fucking Draven's insane.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, he got what, one game of he played 5 different ADCs in 5 games, I
Uh-huh.
think. Yeah. Yeah, it was a way better display of Draven than what game 5 was when Aiming played it, I think.
I think so.
Maybe 4? No, he played Varus 2 games in a row. It was no. Yeah, it was game 5, I think, yeah. And it was not
I
as
think so.
it wasn't as good. Now the team didn't play around him as much. So it's harder for Draven to get that money, but still, it wasn't as good.
Well, he didn't. Guma didn't get played around. They were fucking 3-man diving him. He's fucking almost getting another kill, barely living with 2 HP, and it's like, God, this guy is just. Welcome back, Guma. Welcome back.
Playoff T1 form is here.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. If they get, I don't know who they're going to get. My guess is that, it's probably going to be Gen G. I think T1 still beats Gen G right now because Gen G was losing pretty handily to KT. So I think if unless something changes, T1's probably going to win and then actually get into Worlds, which I would have 2 weeks ago, if you told me that T1's making Worlds, I'd be like, nah, they're not.
I think even if they weren't playing very well, they still would have made Worlds because I think we'll get into this probably more when we get around Worlds, but I think LCK is kind of weak this year.
I agree.
The game, like the meta, how it's played, just does not fit into LCK. But that's where I think why T1 is having such a resurgence because they play much more LPL style early game compared to KT and Gen G.
Yeah,
they're much more methodical and they're just going to do team fights.
KT do play explosive early as well, or they can. Gen G don't, like you're saying. And if it's Hanwha or Damwon, DK do some, but Hanwha does not. They're like, let's scale and chill. So it's not a good meta for them. But I would be surprised if I think D Plus will make Worlds. I don't think Hanwha will. And I think there's no shot that DRX was.
Yeah.
D Plus does look
They're
bad.
so bad.
D Plus does look bad.
I think Hanwha gets in over D Plus, but maybe Canyon. I thought Canyon should have gotten first team All Pro jungler for LCK. I think he got kind of snubbed for that, but as we've seen in the past, first seed in the playoffs always gets first team All Pro in LCK. That's just kind of how it works.
For the most part, yeah. Unless someone absolutely dominates, and then there's like roster swaps and like some reason why there isn't someone else.
What I think is even better that KT got clapped by T1 is the fact that they chose them.
Yeah.
To play against them.
in the end, when they won Game 5, like as they were blowing up the Nexus, apparently, I think Owner shouted, "Is this why you chose us?" or something.
Yeah, it was at the game. Is it in the Game 5? He's like, screaming, "This is why you chose us. This is why you chose us,"
Yeah.
screaming at him. Did you hear Zay's in his interview when they played B
Uh,
plus?
no, I didn't watch the interviews. No.
They asked because he kind of smurfed that series. I mean, he
Yeah.
got destroyed B plus, and they asked him what his motivation was for doing so well. He said, "If I didn't play well, I felt like I was going to hell."
Oh my god. That's insane.
It's just kind of funny.
I
That's
think I had to
But
watch
another
the
top
interview.
winner we need to talk about the Shy baby back at Worlds.
Did Weibo make it? I haven't paid attention the last like
Yes,
week or
they
so.
did.
Okay, because
Yes,
I've
they
been
did.
watching it. I've been watching
They
Cadrill's
ran the gauntlet.
stuff. Oh, okay. Knocked out
Yeah,
TES and EDG.
it was,
Okay.
and you should go back and watch the game against. I want to say it was against Top, but it might have been against EDG. The Shy was playing Renekton. I think it was EDG because it was against Ale, I want to say. And he's playing Renekton. He has like a quarter HP. And he's about to get dove on by a Sejuani, and I can't remember who he was playing against. Cassante, I think. And he's autoing the minions to try and build up his rage bar. He gets it over the 50% threshold, and he like runs back to his turret. And right as they're about to go in on him, he flashes forward, E's into the Cassante, W's him while he's taking turret aggro, kills him, E's back out, flashes away, and survives.
Jesus Christ.
It was against EDG because he was 4-0, and they lost the game because he ran it down like 4 times in a row.
That happens, yeah.
But it
No,
sounds
I,
like the Shy.
That's
I haven't
wild.
watched it though. I have been watching. I've been enjoying watching Cadrill's videos where he's like going through like the Weibo
Yeah.
gauntlet. So I'm gonna go back and watch
That's what,
those.
that's what- the Shy.
Yeah.
I love Cadrill, man. That dude he is the best league personality.
um.
When it comes to casters, like or like Riot
Yeah,
employees.
yeah, sure. Yes, I was gonna say Shocks. I think is the best, but I
I don't know.
understand. Like,
And he's
yeah,
but it's also a like you need to like him and his content
fair.
because him on stage and him on his streams is a two totally different people.
Yeah, him on
And
stage
if you
is
don't
like he's a
enjoy
good
what they,
caster, but it's not amazing. Him and his videos, I think, are way better. I like it a lot more.
I think he's fantastic on the stage, like on the desk, because he's very clear cut, decisive, and he knows how to explain things that everybody can understand.
Yeah.
And then when he's in his streams, he's just fucking. He's got his tuxedo on, and when the Shy won Game 5, he's fucking popping a champagne bottle and shit's flying everywhere. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But,
I really like how like when I watch like LS's videos about stuff, like I definitely like LS's philosophies and stuff, but they don't Caterill's always like on topic and into and giving good insight on what's happening with the game the whole time. LS's stuff is entertaining, but like him and some of his guests sometimes go off on like random diatribes on like when an important moment is happening and they don't even address it or anything, or they just say like the game's over, it's over, it's over. Like how does that enhancing my experience as a viewer?
I don't like watching LS's content because I think he just kind of shits on people for no reason. And sometimes I feel like he does it because, to me, it feels like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And that's how he fills his spaces. Now, he knows what he's
Yeah.
talking about when it comes to like how the game's played, like how items work, that kind of stuff. But I feel like when he's like streaming a game, he just starts shitting on people and saying the game's over because he doesn't know how to convey what's happening to other people.
Yes, I definitely understand that for sure. Like he understands what's happening, but either A doesn't want to put in the effort to do it, or B can't articulate it that well for some reason in the moment. Yeah. That makes sense though. When LS was a caster years ago, which almost happened this year for LCK again, but he was my favorite caster. He was amazing at it, I think. But
I feel like he's definitely better when he's on the desk. I would say that's for sure. Because he's probably one of those people that need to be in a professional setting to act professional.
yeah, like even there was, I don't remember when it was, but him and someone else had a They brought in a little literal desk for their stream for co-streaming. It might have been like LCS finals or something last time, or MSI perhaps, but they literally had the desk that they were co-streaming at, and it was a very different tune, even though it was just on his stream. It was a very different tune. Yeah. So if the gauntlet's done, then is LPL all locked up about who's going to Worlds?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing LNG is because they didn't play again, and then Weibo is, but who else? Probably
Yeah,
JDG, I assume.
it's JDG. JDG is the 1 seed. LNG is the 2 seed. BLG is the 3 seed, and then Weibo is 4th.
BLG. Who's on BLG?
Billy. It's he used to be the mid laner for JDG. What the fuck is his name? His nick Yagao toothpaste.
Oh, okay.
And then Elk, which I think he's one of the best ADCs in the world. And then On, and he's a fantastic support. He replaced Sword Art back on Suning,
Okay.
and it's taken him a few years to kind of turn back into a great support. And then I think their jungler is JJ. And then their top laner,
Their jungler is Shun.
Shun. Yeah. That's right.
And then Bin is in top. Okay. Wow.
Ben, yes. Get in the bin.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see
Yeah.
why they're going to the Worlds. They're
They're
fucking
good.
crazy.
They're good, but LNG spiked at the right time. I mean, they just kind of, but they pushed JDG to 5 games or 4 games maybe.
Zika is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Because you expect like Scout to do well and Gala to do well and Hong. We've seen him before. He's gonna be fine. And Tarzan's gonna be reliable. But like I think Zika was definitely the wild card on like that team for people who knew. He's very good.
But I mean, JDG is just so fucking good, man. That team, they are just one player playing 5 positions. It feels like when they play.
Is it the same
They are all
roster
on the exact same page. Yeah.
from okay.
Yeah. 369, Kanavi, Knight, and then Viper and missing?
Ruler and missing.
Not Viper. Ruler. Yeah. They
Yeah.
upgraded to
It's an
Ruler.
insane team. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, they are so fucking good. If you want to watch just like legit how a league is supposed to be played, just watch JDG, man. It is like a mastercraft of how they play. It's impressive. And they all are on the same page from start to finish every single game.
So they're like an Eastern G2 from a couple years ago then.
And well, so we can get to LEC in a second, but yes.
Okay, because yeah, we'll get to LEC. We haven't gotten to it. That's why I put it in for a couple of years ago, because that felt like the most synced together team I've ever seen was them.
Yep.
Okay, so we have those. We don't know who's going to Worlds from LCK at all, though, just to like put that on a bow. I think everyone technically could still miss it. Maybe not Gen.G.
I think if Gen.G wins their next series, they're guaranteed Worlds.
Okay, because T1 needs to finish
'Cause they do,
first
like,
or
they
second.
do the championship.
Yeah, they do.
shit.
Yes, I guess I could look at standings for LCK. I guess it doesn't really say, but I don't know how to look at the championship points very easily. But in any case, I know that because they were talking about it on broadcast. If T1 comes in first or second of this tournament here, then they lock Worlds. Otherwise, they need to place in the gauntlet. KT, I think if they won today, they locked it. And then I'm guessing also the same with Gen.G probably. But I think then, yeah, if KT beats presumably Hanwha, then they lock it there. Even if they finish third, I believe.
I think so. LCK is weird how they do their.
Yeah, it's
seeding and
really
stuff.
weird. Let me see. Championship points. Let's see. Between what? Spring and summer so far. This is okay. Hold on. I'll try and find this. Why don't you start talking about LEC then, and while I'm trying to find this then.
Okay, so you mentioned how G2 was a couple years ago.
Yes.
That team is back.
Okay.
They are very fucking good. I mean, I really think if they can go into their season finals, which happen in 15 days, 19 days,
10
and
10
they
days
show
it
what they
starts. Yeah.
is it 20th? Okay.
The 20th. Yeah, that's when the
Um,
BDS G2 that's on the 20th. Yep.
if they can continue the form they showed in the summer finals, I mean, I think they can make some damage at Worlds. They are just on the same page, and flex picks are really big right now. And Broken Blade, Yike, Caps, and Hansama can all play each other's champions.
Oh, they basically just flex around a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so they're like they kind of created the flex picks this year with the Kaisa Jace. They were one of the first ones to bring it in, and they'll just first rotate and Rel as well because
Yeah.
Mickey and Yike can play the Rel, and so they were first flexing Kaisa Jace Rel, and you had no idea where those champions were going.
Would they potentially put Kaisa in top, or no? It was between mid and ADC, and then Jason
No,
in the
it was
solo lanes. Okay,
mid
yeah,
and
yeah,
AC. Or Jace would go top, or they would go Kaisa Tristana Rel, and then Tristana is either mid bot, and it was just Yike is fucking good.
yeah. He's very good. He's very aggressive, but he's very good. From what I remember watching, I haven't watched at all anything LEC in a while, but when I remember watching a couple months ago, he felt like he was very good at carries, but less good on tanks. But if he's playing Rel and probably Sejuani to a decent level, I'm sure that's not the case anymore.
So he has played 20 games of the Tree Champions this year. Ivor Maokai.
Oh, okay.
He is undefeated,
Jesus.
and so Ivern's been big for them too. They were one of the first teams to pick up on the Ivern, and
Did they sport it before DK?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. To go back on, if you wanted to watch a series, watch G2 versus XL in the summer semi or not semis quarters. Watch that.
Sure.
It goes to a best of 5, and then watch the season finals of summer G2 versus XL, and
Okay,
just
to
look
see the
at the
transition.
differences.
Okay, got it.
Oh my goodness, it is. It is. They were mad. They were very angry, to say the least.
Okay, I'm gonna watch the highlights of it. Sweet.
Probably just, but I would recommend fully watching Game 5.
Of both series, or you mean of the
Well, the second,
the quarter? Okay, yeah, the quarter one. Yes.
the second series didn't go past 3, so.
Okay.
But G2, their biggest pick right now is they'll just kind of ignore bot lane and just let them ban because Hansama can play literally anything.
Yeah.
And his favorite champion to play right now is fucking Kog'Maw.
Okay.
And watch that Game 5. I'm telling you. You
All
guys
right.
both have to watch it. It is. Hansama put him in the bag and carried him across the finish line. So.
Have they been doing anything with Senna, or no? They've been mostly ignoring Senna right now.
No. Mickey doesn't play Senna.
Okay, because if they did, then you could start to see like Ziggs get switched as well, and then like Vladimir and Senna's very good, or other things like that.
Yeah, so I don't think. I mean, they may switch to that, but I don't think they will, just because. So what G2 does is, Mickey just gets on the map really, really early.
Sure.
Like level 3, he's just out on the map with Yike, and they're usually going mid to caps. And so Hans is usually kind of left on an island early, or they just like full commit caps and Yike down to Hansama if they feel like they can just utterly annihilate the bot lane.
Sure.
And then so Broken Blade, he's just kind of up there playing by himself, and he has completely turned around his career.
Okay.
He made Odo Omne look like fucking tier 2 LCS player.
Yeah.
In the finale. It was fun to watch, but yeah, I'm excited. I hope G2, because I'm a big G2 fan. I love Caps. I hope they keep pushing when it comes to the season finals here in a week.
Sure. If I'm looking at sorry, I'm just looking at I've been looking slowly at the championship points. It seems to me like T1 has the most right now. They have 150, and Genji has 140, KT has 100, and Hanwha Life has 80. and then Dom1 has 50.
Did T1 win spring?
They won the season, but they lost in the spring finals to Genji.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
But they did win the season, and then so far they're undefeated in playoffs. But they came in 5th in the regular season.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yep. So far, yeah, T1 has 80 championship points from somewhere. Everyone else has 50 at most, which it's Hanwha, KT, Genji all have 50. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, it seems like Dama would probably have to run the gauntlet in order to get to Worlds, because T1 almost is guaranteed because they're at 150, Genji's at 140, they're almost guaranteed, KT's at 100, and then Hanwha's at 80, and then Dama's at 50. So they're going to have to run the fucking gauntlet if they're going to get it.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, who knows? DRX could run the gauntlet too, technically.
Yeah, Barrel would have to carry them to the finish line.
Barrel was very good in their series against Hanwha, but their team just didn't stack up.
Barrel is I think Barrel's the best support in the world.
You think he's better than Carrier?
Yeah. I mean, he proved it at Worlds last year.
Yeah, no. So I think that Barrel has higher highs and much lower lows, but Carrier is consistently much better. So like on Barrel's, 0 to 100 scale, you don't know where he's going to be on a given day, and Carrier for the most part is going to be like 70 to 80% of that. Maybe like at a solid 80% of Barrel's peak.
Barrel went to 4 World Finals in a row.
He has. Yeah.
I think Barrel's the best because every team he leaves, they just implode when he leaves.
They do fall apart.
It's kind of like the Who he effect in NA.
When he leaves the team, they fall apart as well? Or they're bad when he's on them? Okay.
Bad, but no.
Okay. I don't know if DRX can make it to run the gauntlet with their roster. I just don't have faith that in Krako nor Podok.
Krako's terrible.
Krako is so bad. I mean, like, he would still come in and be...
Krako's a crock of shit, man.
Yeah, he's real bad. He would come into LCS and be, like, halfway decent. He'd be... Okay, he's better... He's worse than like Pioshik. Yes, he's worse than Pioshik, and we know what we think of Pioshik.
Pioshik is fucking terrible.
Yes, he's so bad. I think Krako is worse. Krako is good when Nidalee is good. Krako's a very good Nidalee. That's it, though.
I'm pretty sure TL just won their series against EG.
It's not because of Pioshik, though. I can guarantee it. I don't know the result. Didn't even watch the games, and I can tell you it's not because of Pioshik.
It just happened like while we're speaking. So.
Okay, they just beat who?
EG. I think it was 2-0. Last time I looked, I haven't checked since.
Okay, so I have the full. So these are up to date then on the lolesports.com. The standings are. So do you want me to? I mean, it was a 3-1 is what it was.
I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I honestly could give a fuck less about LCS.
Yeah, I'll probably watch
League of Legends, man.
I'll watch the LCS finals, but I'll watch the highlight, like probably like an LS video watching the finals. But that's about it. I'm not gonna watch anything else.
I'll watch the finals if NRG make it to the finals.
Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. So why is NRG like
Guardians?
Okay. So why is NRG like a I guess FBI's back. Or not FBI. Danny's the one that took a break. Sorry, never mind. I was thinking.
On EG, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There's a play that I saw while I was in between sets at the gym, Summit 3v1ing against I don't remember who he was. It was their jungle top and mid lane, I think, or support maybe. I don't know.
Was he on Aatrox?
No, I think he was on Cassante.
Okay.
He was he was on Cassante, and the other guy was on I don't know who he was on. But there was also a Sejuani, and Ari showed up as well. Yeah, JoJo showed up, and then it didn't work at all.
Yeah. No, NA is terrible, man. I don't know what it is. We've talked about it, and I feel like they tried to address the issues, but it's just not.
I think they need
I don't know what it
to
is.
strip a world spot from LCS after this, assuming they don't get anyone past quarterfinals,
Well,
because
they get 3,
yeah,
and
they
then
should go down to
LCS
2.
and LEC 4 seed have to fight each other.
They should go down to
Well, the
2.
problem is though is like LCS is not bad enough to lose to minor regions still. I mean, yeah, they lose games every once in a while, but they're still significantly better than all of the minor regions.
Better than, I mean, the regions as a whole, yes, but I think you could probably interchangeable with some of the Vietnamese teams or some of the Japanese teams.
I just think where it becomes troublesome is like if you go to Brazil or like you're saying the Vietnamese, their number 1 seed can probably punch to the 2 or 3 seed of LCS, but their number 2 seeds cannot beat the 2 or 3 seeds of the LCS. So it's kind of a competitive integrity thing where do you really want 2 Brazilian teams at Worlds that are just going to get shit on like a fucking CBT Flying Oysters from last year that went 0-6?
Yeah, and it is region specific, but I think like the LCS is just that much worse. Or maybe you have whichever region wins MSI, if it's not NA, takes their other spot and has 5 teams go.
Yeah, but then so here's the real answer to this question is the LPL and the LCK 1 through 6 seed and maybe even 7 are better than LCS 1 seed. And so
Generally, yeah.
if you really like there's never going to be true competitive integrity until the LPL and the LCK have 7 seeds at Worlds. And that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So the max they're ever going to get is 4 unless they expand the roster spot somehow of the amount of teams you have at Worlds, which becomes difficult because of visas and all that kind of stuff. It's just the LCS is just not good enough. But they're not bad enough either.
Maybe whatever region hosts gets an extra spot. I mean, in a way like the World Cup, whoever hosts the World Cup automatically gets straight in.
I just think personally we should, and it sucks for minor regions, but I think they should have their own tournament that precursors Worlds. And the top 4 teams from that tournament get put into Worlds. And there's no group stage. So then you can expand to 6 teams per or 6 group stage, not groups. 6 different groups, right? So you don't have the play-in stage anymore. You have 6 different groups with 6 teams in them, and then you increase how many LPL, LCK teams there are, and then LPL or LEC and LCS get 4, and then there's the 4 from the minor regions. You might have to do 6 to make it work somehow properly, but whatever the numbers would be there.
That's an interesting idea. I kind of like that.
And then you just kind of have an expanded group stage that maybe lasts a little bit longer, and then you eliminate the bottom 2 teams from each of those. Or maybe the bottom 2 teams play each other, and you go to top 5, and then you go to another group, and then you go to another group before you actually hit a bracket stage.
I kind of like that. Yeah. Something like that. That sounds really cool. I mean, the only other thing that I would think would just be, like my other idea of the hosts, but then like maybe hosts if they're minor regions or something. I don't really know, because then otherwise you have like 5 Chinese teams and they're going to be better than every European team still, or every LCS team. But like if Worlds happen to go back to Brazil like it was in, I don't know, like 2013 or something, it may not have been there. But I think if they bring Worlds to like a minor region, then they get an extra spot. That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, but also with LEC doing their 3 split change, they did it a year early because it seems like next season we're getting 3 international events.
Yeah.
That's been like what the word around the street is. There's been nothing confirmed or anything about it, but
that's the scuttlebutt around the water cooler then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which will be cool. I mean, the more international events you have, the better it'll be because you get more teams playing against better teams, and rising tides lift all ships kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who has qualified for Worlds so far. I mean, we know the LPL teams that we talked about. Are there any LCS? Has LEC have any of their spots locked up?
No. So I was going to talk about this in a second. NRG and C9 have locked Worlds. And then, so LEC has done the 3 splits thing, right? G2 won spring or won winter, got second place at spring, and won summer, and they are not guaranteed a world spot.
What's the point of the seasons then? Is
So
probably the inevitable question then. Yeah.
if they somehow, which it won't happen, but if and when that 1% chance where they bomb out in this season finale playoffs thing and they don't go to Worlds, I mean, that's awful
That is
for the
awful.
LEC. So now you have your best team that now has to not necessarily, because G2 likes to take their breaks, they like to kind of mail it in once they know they've made it to certain things so they can just save their mental. Now they have to push their brains to guarantee that they get to go to Worlds.
It's really
And
unfortunate.
the problem with LEC playoffs right now is they don't end until like September 15th.
Yeah. So then they basically have to like
And
leave
then
and immediately boot camp before Worlds. Where is Worlds this year? Is it in Europe or
Korea. It's in Korea.
Oh, okay.
It's in Korea. Yeah. I think it's in Seoul.
Okay.
That's just shitty for G2.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah. I can talk about G2 all night, so.
Oh yeah, in I mean it'll probably be Seoul and Busan and stuff. That'll be sweet though that it's in Korea again.
It's always hype when it's in Korea.
Yeah.
They always have such good production jobs and stuff. I kind of hope they do another KDA event.
That would be really cool, but they probably would have teased something by now.
Well, we really don't get much Worlds information until like right before, so.
That's fair, but how early did they start to tease stuff about Kusante and then about Lil Nas X last year? We probably didn't know until like September.
Lil Nas wasn't even announced until like 2 weeks before, because his song wasn't even. It was made before Worlds was even in content. Like it was made way earlier in the year. And they did not do a very good job last year. We'll just say that.
No, they didn't. Oh, the World Final is later than normal. Worlds actually is starting later than normal in general to accommodate the Asian Games from September 23rd to October 8th.
It's also going a little later because they're changing the format this year. There's no group stage. It's a Rumble event, so everybody plays everybody.
Yeah, I still don't understand that whole I know what you're talking about, and I know it's similar to what they had at MSI before, but I need to like study. I need to like see what's going to happen still because I haven't paid attention.
It's just
to
like
yeah.
So I give you like a low down and dirty. It's like so your seeding only matters for your first game, right? So 1 seeds will play 4 seeds in their first game. After that, everybody plays everybody. It doesn't matter what your seeding is. So seedings really don't matter this year unless you're like fighting to get out of the play-ins.
Right.
That's the only thing that matters. Once you actually get to the group stage, your seeding means jack shit because you have to play everybody.
Okay.
So there's no like brackets where there's 4 teams in each bracket. It's literally everybody gets put into a pot. You get your first matchup. 1 seeds will go against 4 seeds. 2 will go against 3, and then they just all play each other for the rest of the Rumble stage.
Damn. Okay. That sounds like it's going to be really cool.
I think it'll be cool. It'll be much more fun to watch more teams play each other.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
Teams that we wouldn't necessarily get matchups of. Because you're going to see NA play NA, you're going to say EU play EU. Same with LCK, LPL. They're all going to play each other. So
that'll be really cool to see. I'm excited. It's I looked at the venues and stuff. It's in both Seoul and Busan. They swap between the 2 cities. It's playing stage in Seoul.
Oh yeah.
And then the Rumble stage that you're talking about is also in Seoul. Quarterfinals and semis are in Busan, and then they go back to Seoul for the finals. It will be played. Oh my God! The final will be played at the Sky Dome in Gochuk Sky Dome, the largest indoor venue in the country. Jeez.
I think that's where they had the IG Fnatic final.
Oh. Okay. What's the largest venue in the U.S.?
Indoor or outdoor?
Indoor. Because I was gonna say if it's outdoor, it's got to be like one of the college football stadiums.
Indoor would probably be one of the NFL stadiums. I would say SoFi Stadium in LA is probably the largest indoor stadium, or maybe the Superdome in New Orleans. And then outdoor, it's definitely a college football team.
Yeah, outdoor, 100% a college football team. There's some that reach into over 100,000.
Yeah, I know the Ohio State outdoor stadium is pretty fucking big. So is Michigan.
Oh, so you know
Stadium
what?
is
It would
massive.
be number one would be for the U.S. Might be AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play because it has a retractable
Oh, the
roof.
Cowboys play.
Has a
Yeah,
retractable roof,
fucking
so that would be it.
fucking Jerry's Playhouse.
I was thinking it might have been. I knew it wasn't anything they built in Minnesota, but I was thinking maybe like some of the baseball stadiums, but they don't have as many seats as the football stadiums.
Yeah.
And
Does it say what the largest indoor stadium is
the one in the world?
in the U.S.?
In the indoor only, I'm not sure. Largest indoor stadium in the U.S. It gives me a bunch of indoor arenas, which that's not what we're looking for because the max capacity there is 23.5. I'm not sure. I'm finding it a little hard to understand. See also, let's see, indoor.
MetLife Stadium in New York is the largest NFL stadium. It's outdoor, 82,000 people.
Okay.
The largest dome stadium is SoFi Stadium in LA.
Okay. Yeah, the retractable roof ones really make it really throw that off for what could be possible. I don't think they would do worlds in a retractable roof one, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that SoFi one's wrong because they have a retractable roof as well. I bet it's probably the Superdome or AT&T, like you were saying.
No. That'd be sweet though if they had one of those. I was surprised that they did the I can't even remember what the team was. The Golden State Warriors arena last time. I thought that was
the
crazy.
Chase Center.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. So, well, I'll be watching more of playoffs for sure. I might actually wake up early or stay up late for one of the LCK games happening as well. What's the schedule? I gotta find the schedule. Okay, so they're going. Oh wait, today, yeah, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so they're going back to back to back in days. Damn, they're still going. Okay, I'm not waking up for Genji Hanwha, but I might wake up for T1, probably Genji. Oh, that one starts earlier. It starts at midnight my time. I don't even have to wake up. I'll still be awake. Okay, John, can we give you any? Well, obviously you're gonna watch those G2 XL games that we pointed out, but
yeah,
any
JDG too.
That one, probably those summer finals. I'm gonna note that down as well. Who did they play in the finals? Was it LNG?
LNG, yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
LNG beat the LG and made it to the finals against JDG.
Damn. So yeah, LNG did get hot. All right. Forgot to mention question of the week. Shit. Let me see. What was it? I know we're a little late here, but while we were talking, if anyone has played this long or not played, if they've been listening all the way to the end here, then you get a question of the week. If not, you don't get one. We were curious what everyone's favorite champion and combos are to play in Arena. So, John, what's your single favorite champion to play, whether it's a combo or not? And then what's your favorite combo to play as well? I guess.
Favorite combo, Fiora Annie.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been having a lot of fun playing Annie.
Okay, I figured you would have been on the Fiora side of that. but
I don't know, man. I just haven't played much Fiora.
sure. Okay, Goose,
I like playing Jace.
you do like Jace.
Yeah. Jace is
Any particular combo that
And-
you love to play?
Let's see. Our Silas Swain was pretty fucking
That
strong.
was yeah.
Probably that.
Okay. Mine would
What about you,
be
Eric?
my favorite would probably I can't even think of like what it would be. I mean, um, actually
Shaco.
my favorite I don't know if he's my favorite though. My favorite combo was the Wukong Samira though. That was nasty. That was a lot of fun to play. Individually, it probably is playing Shaco. He's not what I'm best at in that mode, but I do find him a lot of fun to play. So that'd be my favorite, yeah. So, all right. Well, with that, we will wrap up. It's this has been longer than I thought, but I'm glad for the conversation. So, this is episode 820. If you have any feedback for us, please leave that in the sub thread of the Discord. Don't know where our Discord is? Go to our website. Question or not? Well, I guess it's turningforcepodcast.com. Yikes. You can also let us know if you have any feedback. Send it to questions@turningforcepodcast.com. We have community game nights every Tuesday starting at 7:15 Eastern and running for several hours, so please join us for those. And lastly, please check out our Patreon if you want to support us. Anything that you're willing to donate helps us keep the lights on, and we have a bunch of great different benefits at different tiers, so go check that out. But this has been episode 820. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.